I'm the only one who's seen it and made it out alive. I can see you.
The world is changing. Soon, there will only be the conquered and the conquerors.
Step into the spotlight.
You are a good man
Step into the spotlight.
with a good heart.
Hey everybody, it's Charlie. Hopefully you guys are still freaking out about the Black Panther trailer. The most noticeable thing is that he actually gets a costume change later in the movie in Shuri, who's wearing even more advanced Vibranium technology. So I'll explain what's going on. There is that Marvel giveaway that's going on too. All you have to do to enter is just be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video. The Civil War costume has been burned into our brains. The movie's already been on Netflix for a long time, so you probably watched it a billion times. It's heavily armored. It looks like it has some Wakandan design. All the metal vibranium aligns in combination with the vibranium weave suit itself. You can actually turn vibranium into almost anything. That was Ultron's big dig against humanity in that movie, where he was creating the Vision in combination with that skin technology. So he was able to use vibranium to make Vision that much more advanced. So it's part of the reason why Vision's able to change himself at will.
It's beautiful. The vibranium atoms aren't just compatible with the tissue cells, they're binding them. And S.H.I.E.L.D. never even
The
thought
most
to.
versatile substance on the planet. And they used it to make a frisbee. Typical of humans. They scratch the surface and never think to look within.
You're never going to think about Captain America's shield without chuckling after that scene. There was also the dig about Spider-Man saying that it defies the laws of physics, which you could also say for Black Panther's abilities during Civil War. Some of the CG was a little out of control during that big chase scene, but I think they did a much better job during the Black Panther movie. So he's wearing the Civil War suit in this opening action set piece where he's taking down these hunters that look like they're trying to break into Wakanda for whatever reason. It makes sense that once he first comes back, not a whole lot has changed, but as things start to spiral out of control and you start to learn more about Wakandan society, you get a much better look at what's possible as the curtain is pulled back on all their secrets. Like you're learning as Everett Ross. We as the audience are Everett Ross because we've never seen Wakanda before. You look at the costume later in the trailer, it almost seems like it's gotten simpler, a little more aquiline, a little more form-fitting. The silver necklace has been changed to gold, the eye holes have gotten bigger, and the mask looks a little bit more like the classic comic book costume. A lot of you have asked, and this is actually a pretty good theory, that we might be looking at T'Chaka when he was Black Panther, and this is a flashback. I don't think that's the case. I think he just got a costume upgrade, and I think that Shuri is the key to that, because the actress that played her explained why it is that she gets all this cool technology. Like, this is all made from vibranium. She explained in the movie that she's a Tony Stark level genius that's relatively young, but she just spends a lot of time experimenting with new uses for vibranium, new technology, trying to advance their society even more. If it didn't already look advanced, like you look at this cityscape here, this is the city of tomorrow. This looks like something right out of Guardians of the Galaxy or a Thor movie, some intergalactic super advanced species. This is her full quote here. She's a princess of Wakanda, but also she designs all of the new technology there. She has an innovative spirit and an innovative mind, and she wants to take Wakanda to a new place. Also, she has a great fashion sense. I like the way she added that. Better than mine, so vibrant, a beautiful spirit, but also so focused on what she does. So she's the person that designs that new armor suit. She also probably helps Black Panther, who's also very smart in his own right, develop new suit technology. So it's not like she's Pepper Potts to Black Panther's Tony Stark. But just like Tony Stark makes himself new suits all the time, Black Panther, the Wakandan people, Shuri also probably innovate on a regular basis. So it's like, okay, we have a very special mission that we need to accomplish here. You see this big chase scene that looks like it's happening near the casino. This is all South Korea stuff that they were filming in that part of the world. But maybe for that mission, he has some specific needs, so he just changes his suit based on that. but it is a more comic book accurate suit, so maybe this is just going to be what the suit looks like going forward after this. This daylight scene's probably the best look at it, where he walks up like he's walking up to Ali versus Foreman, and Killmonger is the foreman in that situation. Whatever the big challenge to his rule is, you have to imagine that Wakanda is a very big nation. You get a look at some other people that look relatively official, as if his rule is going to be challenged. There might be a coup, and he has to fight them off and win the respect of everybody. Because it looks like Killmonger, who is a villain, is just walking up like he's being allowed into this arena here. So that implies that this is what his costume is going to look like at the end of the movie, and even though Tony Stark is definitely going to get a new Iron Man suit going into Infinity War, what it sounds like is going to happen is his Black Panther will stay in a more comic book accurate version of the suit, and Shuri will just continue to innovate new technology based on his needs. Imagine that this version of the suit is sort of like the early Iron Man suits. It's more heavily armored, but it's got less cool gear on it. It's just built like a tank, but it doesn't have a lot of the extra cool functions like this pulse weapon here that probably gets built into the new version of the suit. So if you really like Black Panther with like cool extra gear on his suit, the best comic book to read is actually Ultimates 2. They're like the super team of the Marvel Universe. They deal with Galactus level problems. During the recent run, someone's able to hack into the AI of his suit. That's right, he has his own version of Friday. It doesn't talk to him like Friday talks to Iron Man. It's not going to be used for a comedy in that way. But he has to take the suit off and show what a badass he is because he doesn't need the suit to kick somebody's butt. So there are parts of the suit that are practical, like he actually climbs into part of the suit, and then there are things like the helmet, which work more like Iron Man's extremis armor, which just sort of build themselves around his head. The classic version of the suit was actually just a cloth suit. It was like a black suit that he would put on and just walk around and kick people's asses. The more modern comics are the one that have added technology to that. I think just to make it seem a little bit cooler, like, oh, it looks like a cloth suit, but it's got all this other badass technology, because part of the idea is if they have all this advanced technology, then things would only look primitive when in reality they are much more advanced than they seem. That's the whole basis of the trailer. This looks very tribal, very third world, but nope, surprise, surprise, it is the most advanced city on the planet. So a lot of you have also theorized that when it comes time for Infinity War, them getting into space, it'll be Black Panther to help them and not Iron Man. Typically, technology in the Marvel Universe, really cool stuff, comes from Iron Man, but now that we've learned that Wakanda has stuff that's way beyond that, they'll probably be the go-to. And this is called a Talon Fighter. And like I said in my last trailer video, most of this new big cool Wakanda stuff, all their culture, their technology, the way his powers work, the way he's connected to the afterlife in the spirit realm, you can read that in the brand new Black Panther run that's happening right now. Leave all your requests for more Black Panther videos in the comments below. There's a bunch of new Spider-Man, Game of Thrones, and DC TV. I'll try to get through that stuff as fast as possible. But congratulations to the latest giveaway winner, Tommy Canlis. Please private message me so I can get your contact details. While you wait for everything, click here to rewatch the Black Panther trailer a billion times, and you can click here for all my other Marvel Infinity War videos. Thank you so much for watching. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.